Plenty of people will tell you that younger women are often attracted to older men, and they're right. Traits such as maturity, experience, and a sense of stability naturally give older men an edge. But here's where things get tricky. Most older men don't actually know how to capitalize on this advantage. I've watched countless men in their 40s, 50s, and beyond repeatedly make the same mistakes when it comes to interacting with younger women. The outcome? They sabotage their chances over and over again. These men, even with all the potential they possess, end up stuck, single, and frustrated. Here's the thing, when you make the wrong moves, you don't just risk losing her respect. You also miss the opportunity to demonstrate your true value. And that's unfortunate, considering older men naturally bring so much to the table: wisdom, emotional stability, and the ability to offer something more meaningful than most younger guys can. The good news? You don't need to reinvent yourself to fix these mistakes. It's simply about identifying where you're going wrong and stepping into the role of the grounded, confident man you were always meant to be. Today, I'm going to walk you through the 7 most common mistakes older men make with younger women. By avoiding these missteps, not only will you change the way women perceive you, but you'll also begin to see yourself in a whole new light. So stick around. Let's dive into the first mistake. Mistake number 1. Idolizing her. Imagine you're face to face with a younger woman who's attractive, full of energy, maybe even a little intimidating. What's your instinctive reaction? For many older men, it's to freeze or get flustered. The thought becomes, I can't afford to blow this, she's way out of my league. From there, you begin overcompensating. You might start treating her differently, being overly agreeable, going out of your way to avoid saying anything that could offend her. You play it safe with boring, cautious conversations in an effort to seem perfect. But here's the twist. All that effort to make her comfortable ends up doing the opposite. It actually makes you seem less interesting. Women don't fall for the guy who puts them up on a pedestal. They fall for the man who stands confidently beside them as an equal. The core issue here is how you're viewing her. By idolizing her, you're subconsciously placing her above yourself, as though she's some prize you haven't earned. This mindset turns every interaction into a high-stakes event. You overthink things, second-guess yourself, and end up coming across as insecure. And the truth is, this behavior isn't just unappealing, it's draining. It tells her that you don't see yourself as valuable, which instantly lowers how she sees you. To stop idolizing younger women, you need to normalize your interactions with them. Make a habit of talking to women of all ages, especially younger ones, without assigning so much importance to the outcome. When you regularly interact with women, you begin to see that they're just people, flawed, quirky, human, just like you. That understanding knocks them off the pedestal and allows you to approach them with calm, grounded confidence. And remember this, you're not auditioning for her approval. She's not a rare prize to be won. She's a human being who gets to decide if she's compatible with you. And that goes both ways. Once you internalize that mindset, the fear of losing her disappears. Why? Because you'll know there are always other options out there. And that is where your real power lies. Mistake number 2. Mishandling the age question. Picture this. You're having a great back and forth with a younger woman. The chemistry is there, and then she asks, "So, how old are you?" For a lot of older guys, this is where the panic sets in. Some blurt out their age nervously, while others try to awkwardly change the topic. Their tone shifts, their posture tightens, and the confident man she was vibing with suddenly starts to shrink. Here's the problem. The moment you act insecure about your age, you're signaling that it's something to be ashamed of. And if you see it as an issue, then she'll likely follow suit. This fear around the age question stems from a lack of self-assurance. Society tends to paint older men dating younger women as taboo, and that pressure can fuel guilt or self-doubt. But in reality, your age isn't the issue, it's the way you present it that makes the difference. Next time that question comes up, own it. Confidence is your best ally here. You can respond either playfully or directly. A playful reply can lighten the moment and even create attraction. Try something like, "Honestly, I'm probably too old for you. We'd never work," with a sly smile. Or say something like, "I'm 700 months old. How about you?" If humor doesn't feel authentic to you, go with a calm, direct response. "I'm 47. Then pause briefly and smile before steering the conversation towards something more engaging. The goal is to demonstrate that your age is a non-issue for you. When you're relaxed and secure about who you are, she will be too. Your confidence reframes your age as a strength, not a drawback. Always remember, how you handle the age question sets the tone for how she views you. So the next time it comes up, stand tall, own it, and keep moving forward like the self-assured man you are." Mistake number 3, leading with money. Too many older men believe their financial success is their strongest weapon when attracting younger women. They assume that by showing how much they have, they'll impress her and win her over. So, they lead with their wallets, bragging about their careers, showing off their cars, talking about expensive vacations, or splurging at high-end restaurants. Some even go further, offering gifts or money to women they barely know. While this might catch her attention at first, it's not the kind of attention you want. When you lead with money, you reduce yourself to little more than an ATM. Sure, financial stability is attractive, but if that's all you offer, you'll only draw in women who want to use that advantage. These aren't the women seeking genuine connection. They're seeking what you can give them materially. If you want to avoid falling into this trap, stop placing your money at the center of your interactions. Let your success come through naturally as part of the bigger picture of who you are. Shift the spotlight to your character, your personality, values, and life perspective. The women who are truly worth your time aren't looking for a provider. They're looking for a partner. When you present yourself as a well-rounded, confident man who happens to be successful, you'll attract women of substance and set the stage for relationships built on mutual respect, not transactions. Money is a tool, not a personality. So stop leading with it and start leading with who you are. That's what truly sets you apart. Mistake number 4, casting yourself in the role of a mentor. A lot of older men fall into the habit of presenting themselves as guides or mentors to younger women. They believe that if they can show how much they can teach her, she'll eventually recognize their value. So they focus on helping her with her career, giving advice, offering guidance, and all the while, they hide their romantic intentions. Now, at first glance, this might seem like a thoughtful, respectful way to show value. But there's a hidden problem. When you take on the role of a mentor, you effectively eliminate any romantic or sexual tension. You become someone she admires, sure, but not someone she views as a potential partner. And when you finally try to make your move, it feels awkward, even forced. Why? Because she never saw it coming. Instead of feeling flattered, she often feels uncomfortable. After all, you've just spent all that time building a teacher-student dynamic, not one of mutual attraction. If you want a younger woman to see you as more than just a supportive friend, you need to establish a tone that includes flirtation and fun right from the start. Don't wait weeks or even days to make your intentions clear. That window closes fast. Start early by weaving in playful teasing, subtle compliments, and moments of genuine emotional connection. This creates a dynamic that's both engaging and romantic. And one more thing, women have a sharp sense for authenticity. If you're acting like a mentor when what you really want is a deeper connection, she'll pick up on that disconnect. So don't hide behind a teacher's mask. Show up with your full energy. Let her see the confident, charismatic version of you. The key is finding the right balance. Yes, be wise and experienced, but don't let that overshadow your ability to create chemistry and connection. When you stop masking your intentions behind helpfulness, you'll discover attraction flows more naturally, and you'll stop landing in the dreaded friend zone. Mistake number 5, trying too hard to appear younger. One of the more common missteps older men make is trying excessively to look or act younger. This shows up in wearing trendy clothes that don't quite fit their style, using modern slang awkwardly, or chasing pop culture trends that clearly don't align with their personality. And the result? It always feels forced. Younger women don't find this appealing. In fact, it usually has the opposite effect. Instead of seeing a confident, secure man, they see someone who's uncomfortable with his age and trying hard to hide it. This instantly creates a disconnect. Here's the reality. Trying to look younger doesn't make you more desirable. What truly draws people in is a man who embraces his age with confidence. A man who's well-groomed, carries himself with self-assurance, and wears age-appropriate but sharp clothing will always stand out far more than someone pretending to be something he's not. Invest in a wardrobe that reflects your maturity while remaining stylish and modern. Take care of your body, not to mimic a younger physique, but to feel strong and energized at whatever stage of life you're in. And when you're speaking, skip the slang unless it comes naturally. Speak with clarity, purpose, and depth. That's the stuff that sets you apart from younger guys. Remember, what attracts younger women to older men in the first place isn't youth. It's confidence, life experience, and emotional strength. So don't water down the very things that make you appealing by trying to compete with the younger crowd. Instead, lean into who you are and let your maturity speak for itself. That authenticity is what makes you irresistible. Mistake number 6, dominating the conversation with your accomplishments. Many older men make the mistake of turning conversations into long monologues about their achievements. They assume that listing their credentials, career highlights, and past accomplishments will impress a younger woman and prove their worth. But here's the problem. When you overwhelm the dialogue with your personal resume, you shift all the attention away from her, and that kills connection. You may be proud of everything you've accomplished, and rightly so, but when that's all you talk about, it can come across as self-centered. Even worse, it can feel like you're trying to convince her of your value rather than just allowing her to experience it. Younger women aren't looking to be dazzled by a list of successes. They're looking for someone who can be present, listen attentively, and genuinely engage. True attraction builds through shared experiences, emotional depth, and thoughtful conversation, not just status or titles. So, keep your achievements in your back pocket. Let them come up naturally during the conversation, or allow her to discover them over time through your actions and presence. Instead, focus your attention on her. Ask thoughtful questions. Pay attention to her interests. Show real curiosity about who she is and how she thinks. A confident man doesn't need to prove himself. He already knows his worth. That assurance shows in the way he listens, speaks, and connects. By creating balanced, two-way conversations, you build rapport that feels authentic, and that's what leads to real attraction. Mistake number 7, neglecting your physical presence. One of the biggest blind spots for older men is forgetting how much physical appearance still matters. It's easy to fall into the mindset that personality, achievements, and wisdom are enough. But here's the truth. How you present yourself physically is still a key part of attraction. Now, this doesn't mean you need six-pack abs or movie star looks, but letting your appearance go, poor grooming, outdated clothes, a lack of attention to fitness, sends a clear message: I've stopped trying. And that's a huge turnoff. Younger women are often attracted to older men because of the confidence and stability they exude. But if your physical presence doesn't match that energy, there's a gap between what you say you are and how you appear. The solution is straightforward. Start with grooming. Neat hair, trimmed facial hair, clean nails, and fresh breath go a long way. Update your wardrobe with clean, well-fitted clothes that reflect timeless style rather than trends. And prioritize your health, not to compete with younger guys, but to feel and look like the strongest version of you. Regular exercise and a balanced diet not only improve your physical presence, but also boost your energy and self-esteem. Your appearance is a reflection of your self-respect, and when you show that you value yourself, others can't help but respond to that energy. A man who invests in himself radiates value, physically, mentally, and emotionally. And that kind of presence, that's magnetic. So there you have it, the 7 major mistakes that older men commonly make when dealing with younger women. Let's run through them quickly. Putting her on a pedestal, fumbling the age question, relying too heavily on money, falling into the mentor role, trying too hard to appear young, dominating the conversation with your achievements, and neglecting your physical presence. At the heart of all these missteps is a single core issue: not fully embracing who you are. Younger women aren't looking for perfection. What genuinely attracts them is a man who's confident, self-aware, and grounded in his identity. When you release the urge to prove yourself, Drop the insecurity and start showing up as the best version of you. Everything shifts. Here at Anonymous Achiever, our mission is to help men not only build better relationships, but also live with strength, purpose, and clarity. Fixing these mistakes isn't just about dating. It's about evolving your mindset and stepping into the life you were meant to lead. What are your views on this? Share your thoughts in the comments below. I will personally read all of your comments. And if you seriously want to level up in life, don't forget to show some love by hitting the like and subscribe button. Stay strong. Until next time.